Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first night live stream to celebrate the launch of the crowdfunding campaign for Grimm Horde No Safe Haven. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that's already backed. We're at 273 backers. We're only 8 hours into the campaign. We're $5 away from hitting that next stretch goal at $25,000. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Tonight, hey, Jason, great to have you here. Thank you. It's good to see you as always. If you are in here watching either on Facebook, on BackerKit, on YouTube, chime in the comments and let me know where you're at and who all's attending this. And if there's any questions you have about the campaign, I'm happy to answer them here. Mainly, I just wanted to get on here and thank you because I didn't know what to expect with this campaign, with these new books, and also being on a different platform than the last time. I'm just thrilled to have you supporting these weird and bizarre sci-fi adventures that I make. So thank you. Cheers to you. So tonight, I'll also you got here from the BackerKit page. On the YouTube. Excellent. Nicely done. So talking about stretch goals, since we are $5 away from the next stretch goal, I don't know if you know, but if you look down on the BackerKit page in the stretch goals themselves, I had already posted the 25,000 stretch goal, which is printing the end sheets on all the books, which is something that I always want to do, but there's a little extra expense to go with it. And we are just about there. And then in $5,000 more, we will have DM Dave write a guest adventure for the campaign. This will be a free PDF to all backers. I'll be the one doing the art and the layout, but it'll be a nice short adventure. He's got some ideas brewing, and I'm excited to see what he comes up with. Dave and I have been friends now for a little while after meeting at conventions and getting to hang out and hang out online and do that sort of thing. So I'm really excited to see where his brain goes into the universe that is the Grimm verse. So I'm very excited for that. And then we also have, let's see, scrolling down, looking at future stretch goals that have yet to be announced, but will be announcing soon. I need to jump into my stretch goal folder on my computer. You're excited for this entire thing, to be honest. You've always wanted to get away from fantasy games and things like this using the Borg chassis are excellent. I'm glad because it's so easy to get into and play. It's so fast and light, and if you know any of the board games, it's so quick to jump in. So looking next, I looked at doing a character generator that has all the new classes and stuff in it that are contained within these books. And then we have another guest adventure from a special guest coming after that. And shortly after that one, there's going to be a double hex Ramethus worm patch that will be free to all physical tier backers. Whoops, I'm looking at the stuff that I've already laid out, and there's some that I haven't laid out, but I have written down in my kind of list. Then we've got another guest adventure. And then I don't know if anybody that's watching was paying attention pre-campaign with the vote for the D6 pencil versus the they patch for the first 48 hours. But I'm going to make those pencils into a 5-pack. And the 5-pack's going to get free for the Infected and the Legionnaire pledge. And then they'll also be available as add-ons for other pledge tiers. And then we've got another guest adventure after that. I really want to try and bring in other people to create stories to add more content for the games that you're playing. So the more people I can get in to write adventures and I can do the art and the layout and throw all that crazy weirdness together, I'm going to do that. I need a patch vest stretch goal. Yes. I was thinking John had mentioned like a flag to hang in your room with all that stuff. But yes, a hot pink vest would be awesome. You know, surprisingly, I've looked for like hot pink denim jackets so that I could like cut the sleeves off of that and then sew them onto my black vest. But I have not found the right color yet. Maybe it's just something that I need to have made from a clothing manufacturer. I don't know. And then we've got, we hit the 25,000 mark. Thank you, whoever joined in on that. We have now busted that stretch goal, and I need to drop that into place. It's fantastic. This has been a tremendous 8 hours, really. I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you backers who's joining this quest. And then, so there's going to be a lot of guest adventures as stretch goals. There's going to be some community votes coming up that'll help vote on some of the stretch goals. Ross Brandt, who's the co-creator. Hey, Vinny, thank you for joining. Ross Brandt, who's a co-creator, has an adventure that he had written and done the layout for a while ago that we're looking at seeing how to work into this as a stretch goal. And then I have more and more people that I really want to bring in to write guest adventures. So, and then last, if we can get far enough, I've been asked by many people about doing an adventure that are doing something kind of like Dark Fort where it's solo mode. I know there was the solo game in the core book with Solitary Death Aboard the Conundrum, but I'd like to explore that as another option, as something else that could be as a stretch goal as well. But it really depends on how we can infect other people and get more people in on this campaign and really help spread the word about it. Because the more people there are, it just means the community is going to grow and more people will be playing. And it makes it easier for me to be able to make more crazy, weird stuff. If you're on the other end of this, best part of the board community, so darn many people with amazing ideas for adventures and rules light side of things. It does make it super easy to create for. And everybody's really flipping awesome. Like everybody that I've met in this community has been great. Been so easy to become friends with and share ideas with. And anything that I can do to help anybody else out, I'm more than happy to do. If you have any somebody just mentioned in Discord that stream chat isn't working for them, but I should call solo mode Vartgort. Vartgort. That's a hard one coming off the tongue, but I like it. If anybody has any questions in the chat, anything about the campaign, anything about what's going on with it, or what the future has for the campaign, let me know, or anything else in general. I'd love to chat. And I don't really have a ton planned for this. I just wanted to really say thank you to everybody, and just talk about the campaign. Some grim words cannot be spoken with a human tongue. Ah, perfect, Jason. That's fantastic. I like that. And just have it all nice and contorted and twisted around. Are there any special requests for things within the stretch goals, or anything that you'd like to see? Is there any plan for an updated setting map to reflect all the new content additions? Huh. Interesting. Perhaps. I had not really thought about that. Just like the verse map with new locations on it, that's definitely a possibility. I know in the Space Raiders one, it was slightly updated just to show the faction overlays of being able to roll randomly which Space Raider factions controlled what areas. But there have been quite a few areas that have popped up, some new planetoids and things like that weren't on the original map in the book. That should probably be added. That's a good call. Note to self here. Scratch that. Map updates. Okay. That's a good call, Jason. I've written that down with new locales. And a lot of the stuff in the books that are part of this campaign are building on some of the locations that were already described. It's just fleshing them out more and adding to that existing structure. And the silence begins. So, if there's anybody else with, hey, is there? Nope. I forgot that I can show these. Han shot first. Hey Brian, any plans for a community jam for Vast Grimm content creation? Yes, there was just a community jam not too long ago that we still haven't given away the prizes on yet, but we are in communication to try and figure out when that's going to be. The best place to find that is over on Itch. I'd like to do it again, maybe make this perhaps an annual thing. Let me go to it and I will find it, and then I will see if I can post the link here in the chat. Let's see. Game Jams. It was the Boundless Torments Vast Grimm Game Jam. So here we go. Posting it in here. Boom. Show. So that is the that's the link to the campaign, the game jam page, and you should be able to see all of the submissions. There were 27 entries. There was a lot of really great content, but I'm looking forward to doing it again. So, and hopefully I'll be announcing on here sometime in the backer kit campaign when we're going to be doing the giveaway and doing all the awards for that. How much thought have I given to making an official Vast Grimm Minis line for use with the setting? Yes. I've thought a lot about it, and they're expensive because the sculpting side of it, then the molding side of it, then all of it. And then I've also talked with Justin over at Severed Books about possibly doing something in the same, something similar to his small party line. Hang on just a sec. I just have them over here. I know they're over here somewhere. Have you seen the small party figures? Actually, I just ordered more of these, the ones that are made more for Mothership. I ordered 2 more sets from him to have at the Vast Grimm games at Gen Con. So there's those. So I don't know exactly what the future holds for some sort of minis or figures like that, but I like that just as a less expensive option for creating stuff. But I would love to have minis, as long as somebody else painted them. Yeah, that would be great. I was going to snag those while I picked up Sister from him at Gen Con. Yes. Yeah, I think those turned out really well. I'd love to be able to make some of those for the VG games. So, and I talked to him about that at one point. It just depends on how things work out with all the other stuff that is spinning. Yeah, absolutely. Let's put STLs. Oh, yeah, but if you have STLs, you're still paying for the sculpting and because with my sculpting, all I do is big sculpting stuff, and I don't do the ZBrush or the tiny stuff or the digital side. So that's definitely having to pay somebody to do all of the different classes. And I mean, just in the core book alone, there's 8 classes, and then on top of that, all the expansion books and even stuff that other classes that I've released through Patreon and the new classes that are part of this this campaign. It would add up pretty quickly. I mean, you could have an army of miniatures if the wallet was deep enough. Woohoo! The backer train is continuing on. It's really weird as somebody that runs crowdfunding campaigns to be able to see that timer. It's like an extra level of anxiety to see it going ticking down, to wait to see if the backer train is going to continue. It's pretty really interesting psychological test, I think, for the creator side, because when you're hosting crowdfunding campaigns, a lot of times you're just trying to keep things going. and hope that it's going to last for as long as it possibly can before it just stalls out. So seeing that countdown clock and seeing it refreshed and then reinvigorated is pretty fun and exciting. What do I think of the alchemy integration so far? So far, I love it. I wish I spent more time building stuff out in there before I was running some games, but it's been super easy and very intuitive to once I actually started dabbling around in there. I think it's been great. I really need to get some other assets over to the amazing team over there to get get some of the newer books and that content in there as well. But I think one of my biggest issues that I had with it originally was I was using a much older machine when I was using it, and I was also trying to screen share and stream it a little bit at the same time, and my computer just couldn't hang. So now I've got a shiny new machine, and it is working so much better, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And we got Vinny on here from Alchemy watching as well. Oh, I don't know why I still have the going live soon on there. Somebody tell me that I've got toilet paper hanging out of my pants. Stand by. Where is that? Banners. That's where it is. Hide. There we go. Yes, Vinny is the head of customer success at Alchemy. Yes, and you know what? Vinny probably doesn't know this, but been loving Alchemy. It's good stuff. That's awesome. From that illustration, Panic on the Die roll, I believe that that illustration looks like someone I know. Excellent, Jason. Glad to know that you've been backing them as well. Oh, but I was going to say that there is a bot in the adventure Grimm Outlook on the Outpost named V.I.N. Period 333. I think that's right. That I named Vinny after you helped me with the alchemy stuff. So that was fun. Yes, I thought it was you, Raymond. Awesome. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a part of the project. I really appreciate it. It's fun to throw little things in like that, like the naming things and stuff like that after for little things that are just Easter eggs that I like to remind myself to make me look back on the time that it was spent building up to things and creating things and look back a year or two from now. Be like, yep, that's why I did that. There's lots of those thrown into the various adventures and things like that. Yes, John, thank you for doing that. Yeah, I know. Doug's just wearing that art all over the place. Will you paint my game room? Tell us about new rules, tech, anything else? Okay, so yes, Daniel. So really, that rule book, the Skeleton Crew is really made for people that have a hard time with the graphical layout of the core book. It's more rewriting it since that first book came out, written a bunch of other books, and Walt has come on board and done a lot of the editing. And he's done all of the editing past the original core book, and he has a much stronger grasp of the Merkborg rule set and how the writing is. And we've developed a style guide and things like that. So because of that, everything's being rewritten to be more succinct and more fit within that style. The only real addition to the rules is going to be adding the tech ability. So there's going to be certain classes that are going to be affected, and there's going to be certain things that you would roll tech for instead of presence. But you don't really need it. It just makes it so presence isn't used so much. And I will be releasing a PDF of whatever those rule adjustments are that's going to be free for everybody. So, I mean, if you want to use that, you can. If you don't want to use it, it's not a big deal. And you can also just do common sense stuff. Like if a character has a tech stat, then instead of using presence for this thing that they're doing in the game, use tech instead. I didn't see Doug with the suit at the Ennies, but I saw him at the after the Ennies, and it was good. Daniel, did that answer everything? Okay. There isn't really going to be any other real rule adjustments, and there shouldn't be anything that you cannot live without. You don't need to pick up the Skeleton Crew book. Awesome. Yeah, the core book is definitely more important to be a part of your collection. Yes, I wonder what sort of suit Doug will be wearing this year at the Ennies. Doug, if you're out there, I hope your ears are burning. We've got 2 minutes left to keep that backer train going if anybody's lurking and thinking about joining the quest. You don't need to, but you ordered two. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Are there any other questions from anybody that's watching? Anything about the campaign? Anything else? Anything about rules or the setting? Why I'm standing here talking? Any of those good things? For soon, I will be migrating to my couch and hanging out with my dog. She got spayed today, and she is a sad sack. She is not feeling her best, and is very much enjoys just relaxing with me or my daughter next door. What kind of suit would you wear to the Ennies? Me? I don't dress up anymore. Like once upon a time, I had like this blue leisure suit that was pretty rad, but I'm a fairly casual person these days, and I just kind of wear my convention outfit pretty much all the time. Although there was some talks about doing some bright pink jumpsuits. We'll see. Yeah, I think I'd do that. I'd make some sort of crazy jumpsuit, but I'm not gonna. I probably won't be attending the Ennies this year. I went. Did I go last year? I believe I went the year before that. Are there any model ranges or lines you'd recommend for starships? I want to make use of the star sheets. Ah, I don't know that fearful symmetry. I know that in my Discord, I know. Let's see. What's sorry, I just need to scroll to try and find the username because sometimes I'm bad with usernames and real names, and sometimes if you talk to Glamdrill in my Discord, he's been downloading a lot of STLs to print out starships, and he's got a good handle on that. Blue Leisure, Crushed Velvet, Bright Pink Jumpsuit for the win. Yes. You are signing all the books, right? Oh, that would be nice, but no, I think my hand would fall off. But stickers in the future, maybe, perhaps. I could definitely look into stickers as an option. Any particular thing you would want stickers of, or just cool stickers that are Grimmy? Shoot, what was the Sister Folks that was handing out those card chips? That was come on. I should know the. Hang on, in my email. Stand by. That was with Stations. It's 72stations.com. Here, they've got some badass looking chips here. Here, drop that into the chat. Good call, Jason. But I'm happy to sign books if you happen to make it to any of the events or shows that I'll be at. I'll be at Gen Con and PAX Unplugged and Gamehole Con, and maybe Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I'm not sure about that one. The logo sticker for sure. Yep, totally. I got that one, but can't find it right now. Yep. Yes, they sure have done some really great chips. I'm looking forward, and they're really great folks as well. The 72 Stations crew are awesome. They were very nice to hang out with and get to know at PAX Unplugged a good bit. And I do believe I owe Adam an email about some things. You have your signed copy of Bass Grimm? Yes, at the for the Victory Condition Gaming backers. Fantastic. Doug may still have a few of those. I don't know. And Kubla Khan next year, maybe. John, maybe we should talk to the people that organize it and see if I could be a guest. I like the idea of guesting at more conventions because that's pretty rad. So yes, if I went out there and especially, yeah, that would definitely be a place to do some signings. So the backer train has ended. Perhaps it will pick back up tonight. It's freaking amazing that we broke the 25 while here on the stream. Need some love out there on the West Coast? Yes, yes, we do. I just generally, I like to drive places because I like to haul a lot of stuff. And driving from Georgia to California is a challenge. Yes, I will totally be at Game Hole again this year. And actually, John, who's in the chat, will be running 4 Vast Grim games and 4 Molt games. I'll be there working the booth and hanging out and all that stuff. And who knows what I'll have by that point. October is going to be a stretch to have any of this new stuff there, but man, I would love to. John said he would pick me up. Perfect. Yep. I just need a chauffeur from Georgia out to California. But I loved Game Hole Con last year. I thought it was a great time. It was like a perfect size for being able to introduce Vast Grim to new people, but also still get to play and have a good time. And oh yeah, also prior to that, at the beginning of October, I'll be driving up outside of Pittsburgh to where Nick made Worm's Blood beer last year. And we're going to have a weekend event at the brewery that he works at, the Silville's Obscure Brewing. And we're going to have a couple of worm-themed beers and some games. So if anybody's up in the Pittsburgh area. But I'm planning on picking up a whole bunch of it and hopefully bringing some to Game Hole Con and maybe bringing some to PAX Unplugged as well. You asked Doug what was one con you should hit up for gaming, and he did not even hesitate to recommend. Yeah, Game Hole Con was great. Yeah, thank you, Jason, about the can wrap. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Once I knew the size, I sculpted that worm specifically for that. And Vinny, you were thinking about going to Game Hole Con? It's small, laid back. It's fun. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. If you bring some to Game Hole, I will buy like 6 from you. I'll probably have a limited supply, but I will happily share 1 or 2 with you, Jason, depending on what my the amount I have is. But you'll definitely at least be able to drink some. I don't think Alchemy wasn't there last year representing, but was. I don't think anybody from Alchemy was there, if I remember correctly. For a second, I was thinking, no, hang on, wait. Wasn't it? I believe Asher might have been there. Or I may be mixing that up with another convention, as that sometimes happens. Yeah, but that's definitely a fun con. And getting into some late night games afterwards. And if anybody's going to Gen Con, we do have suites there for the games. And I know Pirate Borg has suites as well. And so maybe we'll get into some late night gaming after the show up in that way. You've done PAX U, Gen Con, and PAX East as a company, technically skipping Gen Con this year, but looking like I'll still awesome. If Vinny, if you need a way into the show, hit me up outside of this through Discord. You got to go eat dinner. Okay, Jason, it's good seeing you. Good hanging out. I think that's probably it. I think Asher might have been helping somebody else out or just wandering around the show. I can't remember. Awesome to see that the backer train is back in full effect. We got more people joining in. So if you're new tuning in and signing up for the campaign, thank you. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you don't, definitely let me know because I think uh I may have one or two extra. Well, I think if there's no other questions about the campaign, thank you again for everybody for helping make this campaign as successful as it's been just in the first 8.5 hours. Really, I cannot thank you enough. Um, and I will be continuing to stream off and on throughout this campaign. I'm going to probably see if I can get some of the guest writers to come in and just chat about what they think. There were some talks about maybe getting a panel with people that have run Vasgrim that aren't me, to talk to people that are new to Vasgrim about the experiences and what to expect and things that they may be able to do. And then I may even tune in and do a little sculpting if I can hook up my laptop out in the shed and get stuff moving with that. So if there are no other questions this evening, I hope everybody has an awesome night. And thank you again. It's been a great day, and I can't wait to see where we are by noon tomorrow. Letting everything catch up with me in the space time continuum. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thanks. See y'all next time.